It's a nice Sunday afternoon. Look at this for a Sunday afternoon. Do you know what I mean? All relaxed, got our slippers on.
Easy like Sunday afternoon.
Just relaxing on a Sunday
morning.
Take it easy.
Yeah, for Jeff, it's still morning, and Andy too.
It is.
Are you two? Yeah, so we've got Shabby, we've got Scuba, we've got Jeff, and we've got It's Not Christmas Yet. I don't get this at all. Do you get this at all, Scoobs? I just don't.
I'm sorry, I can't read that. It's a little blurry. It says it's almost Christmas. I think is what it says.
If I may, I am a firm believer that everything gets its place in time. We still have a major U.S. holiday at the end of November called Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Which is one of my favorite holidays.
Oh, yeah, it's a great holiday.
I don't want to short Thanksgiving anything that it properly deserves. So that's why.
You never took your tree down.
True. I had my Christmas tree up for a couple of years. This is true. This is true.
Just hang some turkey on it.
I won't listen to Christmas music until after Thanksgiving. I won't watch a Christmas movie until after Thanksgiving. That's just how I am. That's just how I
crazy talk already this morning.
Celebrate Thanksgiving for what it is. And
look, Shabby and I are watching Hallmark Christmas specials in July.
Yes, that's fine. But you know what? Think of it like this. When your sports team is playing a lesser or what may be perceived as a lesser opponent, knowing
that might be hard for me. That might be hard.
Knowing that the big game is actually next week, they tend to overlook it and take it for granted. You know what I mean? And then it doesn't go well. And then that
it's when you go out one morning or something, or you're out and you feel that nip, and that's when it gets me for Christmas. You feel that little nip, and it doesn't matter if it's August, it doesn't matter if it's September. If it's like
whose nips?
If it's like not those type. I'm talking about. It's like if you're out and you get like that, and then all of a sudden it's like. It's like everyone's reminding me, it's here, Shabs, it's here. Christmas is here. All I need is that little nip to get it.
Yeah, that nip in the air. Like at 3 this morning, I got up, because I'm old, and it was softly raining.
Yeah,
and it was like 55 out. I like threw up the windows in the kitchen and our bedroom, and you could just hear the rain. You could smell the leaves. I was like, oh, fall.
The thing is, it's like I said, I live in a pretty place, but Andrew will live here. If I lived where you lived, holy shit, man, it'd be Christmas every
God's
day
country.
The leaves right now are perfect. They're like orange and yellow.
Yeah.
Mixed in with the fir trees that are evergreen. Like it is a very pretty time right now, for sure.
And that doesn't make you go, got to get my tree up.
No, that makes me go turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, planes, trains, and automobiles. That's what it makes me do. That's what
nice. Yeah.
It makes me say vacation in warm environment, and we need to go someplace else.
Well, being in Idaho, it's like, you get real winter.
It scares me because like Colorado right now, Kat was saying yesterday, they've got feet of snow, and I know it's coming here soon. And that means I need to sharpen up the snow shovel. And it's like, ugh. Yeah.
Wait, you don't have a snow blower?
I've thought about it. Trust me. Single-use items are not a good thing. But, man, when it comes time to get that snow out, yeah.
I mean, we laugh at them around here in the Midwest. It's like, whatever.
Snow blower.
Like, tomorrow it'll be 80 and it'll melt.
Right. No, not here. It ices over and becomes just a sheet for 2 months at a time.
So you were telling me before, so it's funny that we were talking about that Paul Bunyan thing before, and I was always fascinated by this, but I never knew, and I wanted to say this because I know we were talking about it just before we came on, but I never knew this was folklore. I honestly thought there was a real guy called Paul Bunyan. So what does it represent then? I don't understand what it represents. What I'm trying to say for all the people in that don't live in the States, the more west you go, you see these huge statues, and I'm talking massive. And there's some guy with a black beard and a lumberjack shirt on, and I'm always like, "What the Francis?"
And his buddy Babe, the Blue Ox.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks like Adam Go figure in statue style. You're like, I didn't realize he was that popular.
Do you know who Daniel Boone is?
Hi, Anna.
Yep. So speaking of Boone, my wife is a direct descendant of the Daniel Boone family, and we got talking about that, and Shabby did not know who Daniel Boone was.
No. So tell me about Paul Bunyan first. So how is this folklore?
So Paul, the folklore came about to explain why there's so many lakes up north in like Wisconsin and Minnesota and into the Dakotas, because they're literally just pockmarked with it. If you pull up a map,
Minnesota is called the land of 1,000 lakes, or
10,000.
10,000.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Paul Bunyan and Babe were such big beings in this story that as they walked, their footprints filled up and became all these lakes.
Oh, right. So it's like a representation of the wildlife in America, then, basically.
A little bit, I think.
A little. I mean, it's a cute tale, and to celebrate that tall tale, as we call them in America, you know, we build giant statues to them. And in fact, my grandparents lived in near Bemidji, Minnesota. Right. And on the lake is one of those massive Paul Bunyan statues. So as kids, it was just cool to go to town to Bemidji and see Babe and Paul Bunyan out there by the lake. And it was, you know, in the summer, it was, oh, what a gorgeous lake. And we've been there in winter where it's just frozen over, and you know.
Well, and Paul Bunyan's really big in, no pun intended, really big in California, down in the Redwoods area. I mean, we used to go down there when we were kids and drive down there as a driving holiday. And there's a giant statue with Babe and Paul Bunyan down there, and he's an axe. He was a lumberjack chopping down the redwood trees.
He's a lumberjack, and he's okay.
And he's okay.
How did they come up with the name Paul Bunyan?
I don't know what the history behind it is, really. I've heard it at one point, but I forgot.
I think we need a Paul Bunyan stream, like historical. And
you know, if only we had a way to find instant knowledge.
You know, it's funny this.
One day, Jeff. One day.
I asked you lads to come on, but then I thought, you know, what would class a Sunday afternoon up a bit? What would you know, give us a bit more of an edge? So I decided this bloke would. Right,
what's up, Dave?
Hello.
Yes. Hello, Dave.
Let's get him some pancakes since we're talking about Paul Bunyan.
That's right.
Thank you, David. Yes. Thank you. I was thinking about you last night. It sounds dodgy as anything, that, but I was. And I thought, I'll just message you. But it was late, and I thought, he won't get back to me now. You did. I thought, oh, brilliant.
Yeah, no, while you were thinking about me, I was in bed. So yes, I am a surprise. I'm that kind of surprise, you know, when you're expecting the USS Flag for Christmas, and then you open it up and it's T-Bob and Scott instead.
You see the way it all
whatever.
Other way around.
Yeah.
Have you
from it?
Can I ask you a question, Dave? Have you ever heard of this Paul Bunyan? Have you ever seen him when you've come to the States? He's big, huge. It's weird, David. It's
never heard of it.
It's usually they're on the back roads of America, aren't they? They're not, you know what I mean? It's like when you're traveling, like the B roads, if you will, Dave. And you see these huge, and I'm talking huge statues.
Just like
like that.
Yeah. It's like, it's in line with like the Johnny Appleseed, like why we have so many trees, you know, because
But Johnny Appleseed's based off of a real person.
Who's Johnny Appleseed?
We'll get to that later. Here are a couple of possible reasons for the name Paul Bunyan. First of all, he was a creation of I just lost the guy's name. William, freelance writer William B. Lofthead, who wrote a promotional pamphlet for the Red River Lumber Company. So he was kind of like their mascot initially, I think. And then he became the subject of various literal compositions, musical pieces, commercial works, and theatrical productions. There are many hypotheses about the name Paul Bunyan, much that focus on the French-Canadian origin of the name. The expression Bunyan means it's expressing surprise or astonishment.
At a large
Bunyan. Also the root word for Bunyan, meaning a large lump or swelling, because he's a big dude. So
I've been called that.
Wow.
Large swelling.
A Bunyan.
Large.
Bunyan.
Get
Oh,
that
that's
bone
where
y'all
that comes
away from
from.
me.
That's the best I can do.
Do we have anything like that, David? Do we have any statues of mythic? Well, I suppose we do, don't we? Really, but I can't think of anything.
Yes.
Your whole history.
Yeah, that's what I'm
King
saying.
Arthur.
But are these put up by just people in the gardens, or they're like permanent statues of some
These
sort?
are permanent. Like
Permanent,
municipalities do it.
Massive.
Yeah, the Paul Bunyan statues in California. I have pictures of that. Me sitting on the foot of that when I was like 10 years old.
Yep, same.
Yeah.
They're massive wooden statues.
Yep.
Never
And
heard of them. Never seen them.
But like
And-
in Wisconsin Dells, there's Paul Bunyan's pancake house where you go and it's like they bring the pancakes out. I remember this from we were like 10, I think, when we stayed there for a couple of days on a piece of log, like a almost like the old 96er from
Great outdoors.
Great
Yep.
Outdoors.
Great
But
Outdoors.
pancakes serve that style, like come on, all you can eat,
Well, since
Incredible.
Scuba's visit to Windsor, there's actually a statue of Scuba in Windsor.
Oh, brilliant.
But he was a big man.
Holding
Only
his
being
action
arrested by the
forces.
Royal Guard.
Oh, does anyone copyright the name then, Paul Bunyan? Is it owned by somebody? So when they do things like merchandise and stuff, or is it?
I don't know.
I
I
don't think
doubt it's far too broad.
Yeah, it's almost become ubiquitous for like something just large and almost like a Kleenex, is a brand name, but it also means tissue sort of
Yeah.
thing.
And that's what we're touching on, and this would make a great stream, or we should road trip it and then do a stream about it. But like
I
Route
agree.
68 and all the roadside attractions from back in the day, the dinosaurs, the giant ball of string, the teepees, you name it.
we could
so
do
much Americana.
We could do a massive one in my area on on Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
Yes!
Bigfoot.
So yeah, it's big West Coast area, isn't it, up there? Yeah, because I don't hear that much down here. So
there's so much land here that is so unexplored, and it's just forest. The Sasquatch thing is huge. I mean, I almost wore my hat today. That's a U.S. Forest Service hat, but it has Sasquatch on it. I should have wore it.
Big the foot.
Yep.
I can't think of anything. It's funny that you mentioned things like the side road attractions, if you will. That to me is American, because we don't.
Much
You know
like
what I mean?
the covered wagons you can stay in around you, Shabby.
I don't want to bring that up. That's a sore subject with you lot. I don't want to bring that up. I don't want to bring that up. That's
Shabby,
I'll
do
never let that go.
a stream of that and have Anna come on. She's a master at road trips. That's all her family did growing up, was road trips. She knows all. She's literally visited almost every 50 states by road, and so
like Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Shabby.
exactly.
Oh, I'd love to see. Oh my god!
With the
See,
dinosaur.
now I'm not going to sleep. Now I'm going to be missing Dave. Come on, Dave. Come over.
Anyone else slept in a teepee before?
I have.
No, but I want to.
I have.
No.
And a covered wagon.
Well, and we don't really call them teepee. We've always called them wigwams. Is that?
Yeah,
not the
that's
right?
still no.
Is
That's,
it the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
teepee,
the old joke?
longhouse. There are different names for Native American dwellings.
What's the old joke about the guy who went to the doctor and says, doctor says you're a wigwam, you're a TP, you're a wigwam, you're a TP. And the guy's like, yeah, you're 2 tenths.
2 tenths.
Where's the?
Yeah.
I'm here all night, folks. Try the meal.
Oh. Absolutely. Well, everyone's turned up. We've got over 40 people in here, so that's absolutely
Nice.
awesome.
Oh dear.
So, we had about 20, and then Vintage Toy was turned up, and it just went, whoa. Do you know what I mean? That's
And
what
it
it
got down to 15. Yeah.
The synergy.
Talking about
brings-
America, there's a young man that's in America right now,
That's
isn't he?
right.
See his
Oh, yeah.
pictures?
At the Walt Disney World.
Yeah, the Tron photos last night
Oh.
were amazing.
Wish we were
Yeah.
there with you.
Oh, Disney
Oh.
World.
It is funny for me. I always find it fascinating because I'm an expat, and so I get both things. It's like you see Martin, he comes over and he's taking pictures of Disney World, and he's taking pictures going into Walmart, and I'm like, yeah, great. But then Zero Hunter Toys, our Matt puts his picture up of his dinner, or so does Cher. I'm just the same way. Oh, look at his roast.
It's no different than us going over there and being like, Smith's, like, oh my God, a toy store.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Here we go. I guess Andy won't be coming on any countdown to Christmas.
Not until after Thanksgiving.
That joke that Scuba said on last week about you.
He'll be invited to the catch-all stream.
I nearly fell off my chair.
Yeah, what was that? I totally missed that. What was that?
We're talking about why Stu hates everybody, why he doesn't go on his streams or whatever. It was only a joke. And Scuba went, what? Well, Andy's never been on.
You mean like Andy from HOLOCHRONICLES you never invited?
Oh, it was brilliant. It was brilliant. I nearly fell off my chair. It's hard though when listen, you all do. It is hard, isn't it? Because it's like our site. Our site will make those gallery pictures, right? And he'll sit there and I know what he'll do. He'll sit there for about 2 hours. Oh, I don't know. He'll always forget somebody. So somebody will message him. I'm not on it. And I'm like, it's gonna happen. You don't realize how big it is.
I mean, some of those have like 50 faces.
Yeah.
Like the movie theater one. I mean,
oh God, yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. Hi, Ricardo. Everyone's turned up. Great Sunday. So how's everybody's weekend? What have you been doing over at weekend, boys?
Wedding last night.
Oh, did you?
A fall wedding, Andy. Leaves. The flower girl did leaves instead of petals, which was really cute. Yeah. And then during the ceremony, she was still chucking them out on the little riser. But it was in an open amphitheater amongst the trees. It was really cool.
What are you talking about, Shabby? You don't wear a coat as it's 60 or I can't remember the last time I wore a coat, to be honest. I can't remember the last time I wore long trousers, to be honest. I know. It's weird. But it's
we did a live stream of some sort yesterday. The wife did for the first time.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. And then we ended up going to a flea market at the fairgrounds and a wedding show for our daughter, and realized that everything's way too expensive and that we probably just need to hire Andy as a DJ for the wedding next October.
Yes.
And have everybody fly out for it.
Let's do it.
Ooh, I like it. I like this. And I mean, he really, having had, Haley's wedding and thankfully, her spouse's family was like, look, we want in on this. This whole, like, the bride's parents pay for all of it. We think that went out with the dark ages. And we were like,
Emily,
cool. But yeah, it forces you to think outside the box when you see what people get for like a barn.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Like, it's a rental party barn. And you're like, how much?
My
$1,000.
Yeah. My niece got married a year and a half ago. My sister's like, oh yeah, we spent like $25,000 on the wedding. I'm like, that ain't gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
Why? Because it's like you're literally starting out your life and like all of it with like, like, would you like ramen noodles again tonight?
And in 2 years, in 2 or 3 years, no one's gonna care.
Yeah.
No one's gonna care immediately after the wedding.
True. Yeah. As soon as you. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's we want to make it special, but we want to be nice.
And that's this wedding last night. That's why they did it, outdoors at this public park, that has an amphitheater and like a small rental space. They did it on the cheap, but it was just as cool.
Yep. That's why we want to do it cheap. That's why we want to hire Andy.
Listen, you're talking first. What's the song do you judge when you go to one of these weddings, Andy? Do you judge the crowd to see what music you have, or I don't know how it works?
100%. Not every crowd's the same. Not every group of people's the same. You gotta kind of feel it a little bit and kind of mess with the music before you kind of find the.
Could you turn that down? We're trying to talk.
Exactly. There's those crowds. Then there's crowds that just like the whole night, that's all they're doing is dancing. It doesn't matter what you play. So yeah, you do definitely have to feel it. Like I do have a playlist of like, 1,000 songs that are kind of like in, dance fun kind of stuff, but
yeah,
you don't play them all. There's some that, you got to feel them out. Country, rock, new, old, young, old, kids, no kids, all that stuff.
See, it might be easy in England. I don't think a playlist has ever changed, has it? In England. Oh, what a night. Oh, yeah, I love this one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like every wedding you go to, it's always the same sort of music, isn't it? You're like, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, you got to have like a list of like 10, secret weapon songs that are like guaranteed to get them out there dancing.
I do. You want to know what? You don't want to know what they are? I got them right.
Yeah.
My lovely lady lumps.
Right. So this playlist is literally called Top 10 Dancers.
Oh, nice. Okay, go on. Go on.
Okay.
Right.
And there's more than 10 in there, but September, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Ooh.
Okay.
Do you remember?
Yeah, Usher.
I don't know that one.
Yeah.
Okay, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was Little John.
Yeah. Can't Stop the Feeling by Justin Timberlake. Shook Me All Night Long, AC/DC.
Oh, nice.
Dancing Queen for Dave.
Nice.
I love every one of these songs. You can dance. Come on, VTR.
Tim McGraw's I Like It, I Love It.
I want some more of it.
Real mix. Real mix, yeah.
Better Cold, Jay Giles Band.
Oh,
nice.
So good.
Sexy Back, Justin Timberlake.
Oh, that's good.
Katy Perry's Last Friday Night.
Last Friday night.
Chris Brown's Forever.
Don't know that one.
Yeah,
And The Impression That I Get by the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Nice.
That's
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin Ball asks here, how the heck did Shabby get into America? On a plane. Wasn't hard.
Anybody can come.
Yeah, anybody.
It's the stain. It's hard.
Look at that. Damn, I turned into the History Channel. Gary,
Gary.
like me though, Gary, we're expats that live here. We should be fascinated. Have you seen them, Gary? These big statues. I was always fascinated by them. I remember going to Oregon. I remember driving there, and I just thought, wow, look! I couldn't work out what they were. And then when you ask people, Dave, they just go, "Oh, it's Paul Bunyan." Right? Is it? You know what I mean? Well, what is it about him? But I always find that funny.
Yeah, Davy Crockett.
That's
I mean,
right,
all that.
Jensen. Now I know what they are.
Yeah.
And where's Gary Moore? Where is he in the globe? Is he like Amsterdam, Singapore, Switzerland? Where is he today? Inquiring minds want to know.
He's home. I actually just talked to him.
Home?
Earlier. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I talked to him actually earlier this week, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I gotta go. I'm getting ready to go." He's in Chicago. I'm getting ready to go to a Bulls game.
It's tough to be him.
Gary.
We know where he's going to be in June, boys. We know where he's going to be.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Fest.
Joe Fest 2025.
Well, these statues
Dave.
we'll talk about. So I'm right by listening to you all. These are more West Coast. They're not. I've never seen one here where me and G-Force are, or where Sags is in Florida. I've never seen them East Coast. Are they all West Coast?
Yeah, a lot of them are.
Mid
America going west.
Yeah, Midwest.
Yeah, Morgan. Yeah. You got a good point there. What's that? Oh, he's just saying hello to everybody. Hi, Jason. Let's have a look. Yo, lads. They're on their faces when it comes to YouTube. Hi, Luke. Did you watch all Luke on CSR? He's going to set up his own live stream, so that'll be pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What's this? What's the Corn Palace?
Oh, the Corn Palace out in Nebraska.
What is that?
That's that huge building that like they cover in corn, isn't it? As a tourist attraction, like the ears of corn, like dried ears of corn.
Let's talk about say what you see. What's that called? All that corn.
I'm with you, Anna.
I tell you, she's a master.
Potatoes.
Must have took him ages, Dave. To what can we call it? Oh, well, hang on a minute.
I don't know. There must be some very easily pleased tourists around if they just go to a building.
Yes, we are. If you build it, we will come.
Have you been to the Corn Palace yet? Nobody's in there.
No.
What is it? I tell you, she's a master at roadside attractions. She's been on every road in the country.
No, I much prefer the broccoli tower. That's much better.
Hey, Zoe, good old Zoe's here.
Kieran.
Good old Zoe T's here. Let's have a look who else is here. Gerard is here. Everybody's turned up. Our George is here.
Do you see Gerard's photo where he's covered his sofa with Star Wars vintage collection figures? Like, you can't even sit down. They're just like 6 feet.
Imagine Miriam, get those figures off my couch. I'm just taking pictures. Do you know what I mean? Really brilliant. No, but I did take a picture of his dinner today.
I was going to say, where does he eat his dinner? Where does he eat his dinner if it's the soup's covered? Yeah.
I just love it. I just love the way Gerard goes, say, "Oh, definitely take a picture of that. That'll piss Shabby off."
I like that he's always a pile of fries and some salad cream.
Oh, brilliant.
With everything.
Yeah, we will. It's ours as well. Yeah, I remember it's Sunday in it today. Yep. So yeah, that's a definite G-force. To be honest, I'm only here killing time until George's and Stu's. Wanted to say thank you again. Showed up. Yep, no problem.
It was awesome.
A great stream.
Andy and Emily.
Yes.
I was at a wedding yesterday. And it was very good. Long day, but a good day. I'd love to see Andy in action at one of these weddings. I'd love to.
I know,
me too.
Every time I see a DJ, I'm like, I just like my mind and it's sub in Andy.
Andy, are you kind of the MC for the event too? Do you get the mic? Are you introducing things? And
throw your hands up.
And now the wedding party. The best man.
Oh.
If everybody would turn their attention to the cake, the bride and groom are about to cut the cake.
All that stuff. You guys can be wedding DJs too. It's that easy. So.
Pleasure.
And now Jeff Barker's first dance with the bride.
The meet was so brilliant. How is Lucy? She's fine, Alex. Yeah, she's doing good. Friends price just increased at that Dig Barker. Oh, Steve-O. Good old Steve-O.
Hey, what's up, Steve-O?
Hi, pal. Yeah, there's quite a few of them here. So let's have a look. Racking up a ton of debt while doing it, G-Force. Hey, Jono. I can't spend 25 grand on a wedding, but look at all this stuff.
But you still own it at the end of the night. You have it still. In your wedding, you're like, what?
There's an inherent value sitting here.
Oh, that's brilliant. How much I'm not spending? Oh,
like, that's a car. 25 grand.
Oh, look at that. Priorities, Gary. Look at that. We may be diving into Jeff's collection to pay for the wedding.
No.
This just in.
Oh, absolutely brilliant.
Jeff's butt just puckered.
Jono says, don't think of it as an expensive wedding. More as a cheap eviction for a toy room expansion. Well, Scuba knows all about that.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, you got a whole new room outfit.
Fresh paint.
Oh, brilliant. I know he's going to sell my double collection to Gary during this.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Mama needs a new purse.
Yeah.
A local wedding DJ around our way would entice people to the dance floor with promises of chocolate. Oh, have you ever tried that, Andrew?
That's a good trick, Des.
No, I don't need to entice people with chocolate.
You're sweet as it is.
Oh.
They either dance or they don't. It's fine with me either way.
Breaking news. Jeff discovers all his original Star Wars figures have been replaced with retro versions.
Yeah, still in the acrylic cases.
Yeah.
DC1, what?
G-Boss has got a good question here. You didn't hear any slow numbers on that list?
No. You don't.
You gotta get them out there.
You can throw any slow song up and it'll get the desired effect.
Gets traction.
But it's the bangers that you want to be particular about. Oh
man.
Never mind.
Oh, what? Statues made of fiberglass. Yeah.
Giant.
Black lace. Look at this. Okay, I'll be here. Black lace. I can do it. That's what I mean. Good. Brilliant.
And Andy, do you have a DJ outfit? Is there like a special cap?
Oh, don't say that. I'll sail beyond this like mad.
special events, I have been known to dress accordingly, but generally speaking, no. I try to, like, if I know what the wedding colors are going to be, I'll try to match it as best I can, but typically no. That said, I did have on the first one of the first school dances that I ever DJ'd, I had a buddy of mine help me. I wore a Boba Fett helmet. He wore a clone trooper helmet. The whole
Daft Punk.
Like we were Star Wars Daft Punk. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
And like
Yeah.
bow ties and like suits and stuff. So
That's awesome.
I've got a comment here, and this is not biased at all. It says Andy is the best DJ. He's not semi-good, the best one.
He is the best.
Rob's here. Hi, Rob. Nice to see you, pal.
Are we talking about the same thing?
He's a long playing
The
record.
disco kid. Look at the disco kid. Don't forget to go on Tom Sawyer Island in Magic Kingdom.
Andy's getting like, what? No, I'm just gonna drink. Oh, awkward. I love you.
Have you ever been to Disney World or Disneyland? Have you ever been?
Who, me? What? Who?
No.
What?
VTR, Dave. Dave, have you ever been to Disney World or Disneyland?
The one that's in Florida.
You have. When did you go there?
I've been twice. One when I was probably about 20.
Yeah.
Which was great fun. Went with a bunch of friends, and then probably I don't know 8 or so years later, went again for a friend's wedding. They actually got married in Disney World.
Wow.
Oh, that's big.
There's some
Expensive. How much
She
is that?
she was just mad on Disney. She had Disney everything. So yeah, that was her dream to get married in.
Mickey Mouse
I can't remember
DJ.
where it was. Is there some kind of? There's probably loads of different locations, but there's some very nice looking locations by lakes and stuff. So it's one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. VTR's mates get married at Disney. Shabby's mates go to the Corn Palace.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
But my favorite part was I always remember Epcot. That was just my favorite part when I first went. That was yeah.
Is it massive? Is it massive, Disney World?
It's huge.
It's huge. It takes you a week to go through the whole thing.
Really? Is that big?
Yep.
So I can't work it. I've never been. I've never even been down there, so I can't work out how big this actually is. But you know, when you watch the show, like when you watch Adam the Woo, whatever, and he goes around it and he'll spend one day in this, one day in that, and then you realize, because when he goes to a certain place like a Galaxy's Edge, it's massive, and then you realize there's like 5 or 6 more other than that, and you think, wow, how big is this place?
Yeah, four theme parks, and that Galaxy's Edge just a slice
of one of
Hollywood studios. Yeah, just a tiny fraction of
Yeah,
it.
there was no Galaxy's Edge when I went. There was the Jaws ride.
Oh, over at Universal.
Yeah, Universal. Yeah, I remember going on that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Even that's gone because now it's Harry Potter.
Yeah,
and there was another ride. There's another ride where you're on the underground or something, and you're on the and the sort of train comes through, crashes through. I can't remember which one that was.
Universal.
Yep.
Yeah. Earthquake the ride.
That's it. Earthquake. Is that still there?
I think so.
I think that one's still.
Hey, Jordan.
Yeah, Anna has a good point in the chat. There's four lands at Disney World, 4 theme parks, and Disneyland from California can fit in the parking lot of one of those Disney World lands.
Wow.
I never got there. Oh yeah, they did. He got to meet up with Martin and stuff last night, didn't he? Sticker received. Thank you, brother. It's funny, I don't get these because it's Star Wars, but not for, even you've got one on your Scuba. Have you got a because it's Star Wars sticker? Oh, just me and you, Scoobs don't have one. Just saying, Scuba.
But I have a HOLOCHRONICLES hat.
Well, yeah, I've got 2 of them. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Yeah.
Leslie
You might see, no worries. Glad you received it. Many thanks, Martin. Gary Moore says apparently Jeff's daughter's happiness does come with a price. Definitely.
Yeah, maybe.
I hope she has a lovely day. And here's 10 grand to make her a lovely day. Oh, brilliant. Oh.
Gary, shut up.
The funniest thing is we're all laughing and Gary's at home going, I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I know.
Salt and pepper at a wedding.
Salt and pepper here.
Yeah. Hey, Gilster, nice to see you, buddy.
Hey,
God, we're over nearly 60 in the chat. You absolute legends. Coughlin, oi, oi. Hiya, pal. So Gilster saying hello. Coxie's here. Hiya, Coxie. How are Kev?
What's up, Kev?
Wow, amazing, amazing! Everybody's turned up. Kill two birds with the wedding. On the groom into thinking he's gone to a Star Wars cosplay party disguised the Minister of Star.
Oh, I wouldn't have to con him. He would do it in a second.
Oh, absolutely. Hi, Emma. Nice to see you.
Hey, Emma. I find your lack of commitment disturbing.
Oh, that's good. That's
No, I'll do the vows.
Yeah, I will say Josh has HOLOCHRONICLES. Josh, he's officiated a couple of weddings in Jedi robes before. Just so
Sweet.
What? Nice.
I have been ordained online to do a wedding. One.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How'd you convince your wife to do that, especially if you're a massive fan? How'd you convince your missus? Oh, I've got an idea. At this barn, I'll dress up as Obi-Wan. You dress up. How'd you go out that? You know,
I would have never been able to do that.
No chance. Absolutely no chance.
None. Yeah.
Wow. Jungle is massive for Si. Brilliant. Disney in Florida covers over 40. Wow, that big.
Yep. Yeah, because you've got all the resorts, the water parks, downtown Disney. I mean, it's just, you can't typically, if you're staying on property, you're taking a bus or monorail or the Skyway to get around, because that's the most efficient way.
When we go for 8 to 9 days, and we're walking 10 miles a day.
It's crazy. Disney boot camp is what they call it.
So it's just not worth going for a day then. So say for example, come on, we'll go see Martin for the day. It's not worth it, is it?
It's not even worth going to Disneyland for a day.
And when you go for the day, do you only pay for that certain park you're going to?
You can.
So in other words,
the prices come down the longer you stay. It's still an obscene price. We lived in Orlando back in the day, and with your Florida ID, this was 96. 95, 96, you could get into a park for $20 with your Florida ID.
Wow.
And now it's, what is it, Jeff? Like 120, 150 a day?
Yeah, it's ridiculous how expensive it is now. It's something like
nuts.
That.
See, that's why when I go to like Disneyland, I like to go with Dave Filoni, because
he pays for it.
Yeah.
Through
You get the bestie discount.
Yeah.
No. I
remember that picture you sent on Celebrity Day Night, and it was just this blur, and you just wrote Dave.
Matt. Yeah.
That's a great. For anyone who doesn't know, that's a great story. Tell that story how you met Dave Filoni. This is a brilliant story.
I'm with the band.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go on, tell it. I love this story.
It was at Star Wars Celebration 2022 in LA or Anaheim, and there was Star Wars night at Disney, and we had got a couple of tickets because there was only maybe 2,000-3,000 tickets for this, and they shut the whole park down for people that had these tickets.
Right.
And the whole park was literally to ourselves. Not just Galaxy's Edge, but the entire park. And they extended it until 2 in the morning. So like from about 8 o'clock till 2 in the morning, it felt like a ghost town at Disney. It was so cool.
Awesome.
You could go on the Indiana Jones ride, get off, and get right back on it and go on it again. Like it was just awesome. Now, most of the people were in Galaxy's Edge because of Star Wars Celebration, and it was bumping there. It was pretty fun. But around midnight, my stomach, like I ate something that wasn't like really agreeing with me. And so,
you had a churro and a turkey leg. Is that what you're saying?
It was a blue milk. Blue milk.
and so the group of people that I was with was like Josh and JD Sleesman and his gal, and just there were a lot of people that we were kind of bumming around with. But I was like, I gotta go. I'm gonna go back to the hotel. And so I start making my way back. Well, I thought, I'll go to the center of the park where the Walt Disney statue is and just take a selfie on my way out. Well, I get there and I see a guy who I had just seen on a panel at Celebration. His name is Matt Wood. and he's like the modern version of Ben Burt. He does a lot of sound design for Lucasfilm, and he's super interesting. He's the voice of the the Roger, like he's the droid voice. And
nice.
Anyway, he's a totally cool guy. I walk up to him and I was like, "Hey, Matt," and he's like, "Yeah," and I just start talking to him. I was like, hey, I love the panel. You know, I could have listened to you and Doug Chang. I could listen to you guys all night. Forget the actors, right? Because they did a 20th anniversary of the Clone Wars, and so he's like, "Oh, thanks, man." And so I'm talking with him. I was like, he's like, "Yeah, I'm here with a couple of my friends. We're about to go ride the Peter Pan ride." I was like, "Oh, that's cool." Well, then as soon as he says that, actor Sam Witwer turns around and says, "Matt, are you ready to go?" And I was like, "Oh, Sam's one of your friends. That's cool." Like Sam, I he's the voice of Darth Maul. And it's like, I was like, "Sam, love your work." And he's like, "Thanks, man." And then the third guy turns around and it's Dave Filoni. And he says, "All right, guys, they're here. Let's go." And I was like, I turned him and said, "Oh, you're friends with Dave Filoni?" "Yeah, that's pretty cool." And he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna get the no lines treatment here." And there's 3 Disney personnel in red, sport coats come up.
The VIP people.
Yeah, they start like making a little V-shaped pattern, and they start walking. Well, I'm still talking with Matt, and I start walking with him. So I'm in the
arm rounding.
Like, no, he has an antacid. I need it.
Yeah, I just walked up with him, and I was still talking with Matt, and I was having a great conversation with him. And we walked through kind of the back end of the park there to the Peter Pan ride, and they got there, and I tried to subtly take a picture, of the group that I was in, because there were people that were like double taken, like, "That's Dave Filoni," and I'm standing right next to him, like, "Who's that schmuck with the New Balance backpack?"
You're doing this the whole time.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
And so anyway, they get to the ride, and I was like, "Matt, I'll see you later." And he's like, "Yeah, find me again. We'll chat." And I was like, "Cool." And so anyway, that I had a 5-minute brush with Dave Filoni walking to the Peter Pan ride.
So wait a minute, I thought you actually talked to Dave Filoni at one point.
I did. I said, "Hey, Dave, love what you're doing. Keep up the good work." He's like, "Thanks."
And then
Next time I got Peter Pan.
Yeah.
And Dave said, "Andy, come and join us. And Andy went, "No, I'm not feeling too well. I'm going back to my hotel."
Yeah.
I've got a dicky tummy. I can't, Dave. I can't.
Well, and to be fair, Peter Pan's a tough get. Normally it's like an hour and a half wait to ride that sucker.
That's a hard ride to get on.
So anyway,
that's a great ride.
That was my brush with Dave Filoni, and I think I said
like this ever since.
I think I said, "Hey, I love the Clone Wars," or something like that. Something stupid,
I love you.
I love you. I love Lamb.
Anyway, I tell people all the time that I went to Disneyland with Dave Filoni, and they're like, "Bull crap," I'm like, "No, really, it's true."
No, I did.
Look
at this word, picture for proof.
Yeah.
How big is Disney Paris compared to the US ones? Never been to that one. No idea. Must be big.
I don't know. I haven't been to.
I don't know. It's really big. It's not a bad park.
It is petite.
Like Silver Dollar City. Hell yeah, Gilster.
What is that, Silver Dollar City?
What is that, out in Missouri? Yeah, really cool theme park. Yep.
Hey, Keith. Nice to see
rides.
You. Come on, the Reds. Well, that's one way of putting it.
Hey, Shabby, I don't mean to take over your stream here, but can I take just a moment here?
Yeah.
Last weekend, we lost a pioneer in the Star Wars world, Greg Hildebrandt. Passed away. He and Tim Hildebrandt were some of the first artists for
making big shed.
Right now, hold on one sec. Just hold on. Hold your horses. There you go.
Nice.
Yep. They were responsible for this movie poster, one of the first pieces of art Star Wars had. And I've got this book on the brothers Hildebrandt, the art of the Hildebrandt brothers. And it is mostly about how they were the artists for Shadows of the Empire. They did all the art for that.
Right on.
And
which is so amazing.
And so, Jeff, to answer your question earlier, that's Boba Fett and Dash Randar.
Oh, it's Dash.
Cool.
Okay, I knew it was something from one of the expanded. Yeah, there we go. Shadows
of the Empire. So,
yeah, I recognize the shoulders. Yeah.
So anyway, I just wanted to give a little shout out, little moment of silence for Greg Hildebrandt, because as a poster guy, that's a name that I'm very familiar with and that I know, and I really appreciate their contributions to the Star Wars world.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Emma Guppy, on behalf of everybody in the community, says, just want to say a happy birthday to my amazing husband. Also, happy birthday, Keith. Happy birthday tomorrow.
Keith.
You have a lovely day, Keith. That's awesome. Now, talking about posters, as you know, the last time we had our Jeff on, he got this. I mean, we all saw it, that amazing Star Wars, which is right behind him, right there. But this guy also had some other stuff that you've just picked up, right, Jeffers?
Yep.
So what we're going to do is I'll make Jeff big, and you tell everybody the story, Jeff.
So this was a coworker of mine, just to kind of Gary. This is a coworker of mine, just to kind of recap a little bit. They had this collection. I ended up buying this collection from this guy, and we kind of had a little bit of back and forth on the prices and stuff, and it turned out the price that I thought was for the whole collection was just for the figures that you guys see here. But the rest of the collection was all paper-based items, books and things like that. And it was all in this bin. And so it was a little bit extra money more to get that last little bit. So I kind of had to wait to kind of get some funds for that. And that finally kind of came through. And I was able to pick up the rest of that collection this last week.
Sold a few of Anna's purses.
Yeah.
I mean,
is that when you cancelled the cake order?
Where's my handbag? Oh, I have no idea.
Jeffrey, where's that Prada?
You must have left
Jeff found more funds when he cancelled the cake order and downsized the venue.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that I did. Yeah. So, had been working on that for a while, trying to get that, keeping in touch with John, the guy that I worked with that had the collection. This was a collection of his and his brothers that he'd had since he was a kid. This was single owner collection of all the figures as well as all this stuff. So there was a lot of personal things in this collection, things from when he was a kid, but also things that they thought might be kind of cool to keep. So yeah, I've kind of laid it all out here on the table.
Ooh, nice.
Shabby, do you want to go through that, or do you?
Yeah, you go through. This is what. Yeah, we'll go through everybody's stuff, but yeah.
Yeah,
what I would do is I will just remind people of the vintage card backs first, and then go to your table. So then, because this card back collection is something else, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, what was that, Dave?
I said I like the white tablecloth. It's fair.
Oh, that's actually a bed sheet. So
he's
got to make the bed after this.
It is a bed sheet.
I was just guessing. That's awesome. I love it.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Here's you, Scuba. Can you imagine him now?
So,
hospital corners, Jeff. Remember.
That's right.
Kev says I got images in my head of Andy covering David in his upset stomach all over.
So, let me open up here.
Oh,
look at that,
dude! This is so cool.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm gonna make you even bigger for a sec. Just hold on.
Okay. So this is the card collection here.
Look at freaking die-cast TIE bomber. No big deal.
TIE bomber you got
no
there.
big deal.
Why is that a rare one? The die-cast TIE bomber?
in good shape. Yep.
And it's the only TIE bomber they've made that in the vintage line. Yeah.
So that was part of the collection, Jeff?
No. It was just everything else on here, all the die-cast stuff, all the little figures I put up, and is stuff I've acquired.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yep.
Hey,
The lightsaber,
remember, Scuba. Remember, Scuba. Nothing here is all that valuable, right? Remember.
That's right.
Right. The lightsabers we got at Disney World this last trip in September.
Hi, Michael.
Happy to help fund the wedding. I am.
Yeah.
I will do that.
And so yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Anna did a great job removing those retro stickers.
There is one retro in there.
Happy birthday.
Because you like your X-Wing Luke.
I love my X-Wing Luke's, and he's one of the only 2 Star Wars, well, actually 3 Star Wars carded figures that I'm missing out of it to be a fully Star Wars branded. There are some Empires in here, 2 of them. And then, so I'd like to eventually get an X-Wing Luke Star Wars one.
Yeah.
And I'd like to replace that Snaggletooth with a Star Wars one. And then the other one I'd be missing would be the Boba Fett one, which I'll never be able to afford.
Oh, don't say that. Look
Never.
look at how you found this.
Oh, that's true. You never know. So that was the collection, all the carded figures, everything else I've had or got other way. And then the rest of the stuff that he had was here.
So this is the stuff you've just picked up recently, right, Jeff? This stuff.
Yeah. So I'll start here, and let me know if it's too shaky if I'm going too fast. So one thing he had was.
Are you talking to us or Anna?
He had this model kit.
Oh, that is cool.
And it is. I need 2 hands. It is complete inside, and he had started to build it at one point.
Right, Schaefer?
What'd he say?
He said Jeff's going to need a bigger boat.
Yeah. And so he was actually going to put some lighting in it, some scale lighting, but he never did. So it's all here. I don't know what, some of this stuff I'm not sure what I'll do with.
Just the box art's cool.
I love the box art on this. Yeah. So I'm going to put this down for a second.
Stay on target.
Yeah. And then,
is that the Canon book, just the Red 5 book, just sat there?
Yes.
Yeah. This was a little bit of a disappointment. There was 2 trading cards packs in there. I thought they were sealed and with the gum and everything. I got them home, and it turns out they were not.
Oh, get a refund, Jeff. Get a refund.
I know. So I was a little disappointed there.
Still. I mean, at least they didn't shred them open.
Right. So we'll put those up there. And some of these things have already been sold, Gary. And a few items out of this. But what was a surprise that was in here, which is kind of cool, and they're not worth much, but they're just cool, are these records of these 45 records, and they look like they're not scratched. Well, they might be a little scratched, but Cantina Band and
cool.
That's awesome.
And this one is Cantina Band theme, and just says funk on it.
He's going to be scratching those in the next
Disco Star Wars. I've got that one.
Do you?
Yeah, it's great.
And then there are some calendars. Empire calendars.
Oh my.
Yeah. With a full spread in it.
Cool.
Emma says, what's the best Star Wars gift you could give Keith tomorrow? What hasn't he got?
I don't know. And then this is an interesting one. Anyways, the calendar stuff is cool.
That's a good point. What Michael says, he said the gum isn't there to stain the card, so that might be for the best. Does the gum stain the cards? I never knew that.
It sticks to the card.
There was all of this stuff here, all these magazines, and so there's all these future magazines, and he was into a little bit of Battlestar Galactica stuff, and then he was also into a little bit of Close Encounters. So there's just these future magazines, science fantasy, Star Wars, the full.
What years are these? And then
This one here is, let's see if I can find a publishing date. I mean, looking by the layout of this, it's got to be. I mean, look at that artwork. This has got to be very early on. This is
70s.
Yeah, this is trying to find the publishing dates on this one. It's got to be 78, 70 or so. But then there's some Empire stuff.
Oh.
And then there's People Magazine, Time, but this is for Close Encounters. Newsweek for Close Encounters.
UFOs are coming.
Time for Star Wars. And then he lived in Chicago at the time. And so there's a Chicago Tribune insert on Carrie Fisher.
Nice.
I've never seen that photo before. It's just a cool photo of her.
Yeah, because she's got her hair down. It's not up in the buns.
And then there was some
That's right.
clipped out ads from local newspapers for the movie.
Nice.
And then we've all seen the books here. And then Star Wars album. Just all this
cool.
stuff. The Art of the Empire Strikes Back. Portfolio thing is really cool. Ralph McQuarrie.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ultimate Star Wars books. And then cross-section book. So
those cross-sections are cool.
They're really cool. But then you kind of start getting into some of the cooler stuff, which is all these little posters. And so the official poster monthly. And it's like,
wow.
These all fold out into posters. You can read them. But then they all fold out into big posters. So every month is a different poster. And he got
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
I'm not even sure if we had those in the UK. I'm not sure. Maybe we did. I don't remember anything like that.
So he got like 1 through 17. But he's missing 1 or 2 of them within that. Yeah, these all fold out into different months. Or into different.
Awesome.
Yeah. But then kind of one of the big things in here, though, is the comic books. So Marvel did special editions that were oversized comic books. And these are absolutely in pristine condition.
Is this, or I should say, are those something that you're going to have graded?
They're in good enough shape. I might. They're not worth a ton. I need to do a little more research on them. But I've already got these already, but I think these are in better shape than what I already have. So they might get moved on. One thing that's already been sold, but is really in good shape. They're not pristine. They're not 9.8 or anything like that, but they're in great shape. Is the first 6 comic books.
Would they be sold to a guy with the initials GM?
Yes, they have. So
it's taking a stab.
Number 3, number 2, and then Star Wars number 1, and it's the 30-cent variant.
They look pristine. They look absolutely pristine.
Now, what's special about the 30-cent? I know you've told me, but I've slept since then.
So at the time, Marvel was experimenting with raising their prices. So certain regions of the country, they changed their prices to 35 cents. And so that's the really hard one to find. And when it's in pristine condition, it's worth big bucks. And since this cover on this is black, you get little spine ticks in here. And this one has a few, and that has a tendency to knock the grade down in it. So this is a great one for a collection. I don't know if I'd send it in to get graded because it's got some foxing and stuff up, some color. It could probably be helped by a pressing and a cleaning.
I'm sorry, what was the term you just used?
Foxing? Yeah, it's kind of a graying that happens.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a great. This first run of 6 is really cool to have.
So hang on a minute, which one's the rarest then? Because I remember Andy asking you this yesterday straight away. He said 30 or 35 cents. The 30 cents one, Andrew, that's the most rare one.
No, the 35 cent is the more rare one.
The 35-cent one's rare because it was an experiment.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right.
So which states were they experimenting on then?
That's a good question.
I don't know where they distributed them at, but yeah, there weren't many of them done, and they did that with a bunch of titles. It wasn't just Star Wars. So
Okay.
35-cent price variance across the industry for Marvel books at the time. Yeah, $10 to Gary. So yeah, these are all in sealed, and these are going out to Gary probably tomorrow.
Boxing is the brown stains on paper,
nice.
right? Okay, yeah.
So the big thing that was left over in this collection that I have not opened yet is an original movie poster.
What?
Andy.
Yeah.
Make him an offer.
So I have not opened this. I have not taken it open at all, and I don't think it's been opened. I don't know when the last time it was. Probably 30 years.
Jeff, why don't you just open the first flap there, the easy one?
Yeah, don't. Since you're one-handing.
Yeah, I didn't want to do this. He's going to do all that.
That's
awesome.
Good enough.
That's the most important fold right there because of the bottom right corner. And
wow. Now, what's significant about this bottom right corner, Andrew?
So a couple of things. The number 77/21, and then the font that Star Wars is in underneath it. Okay, those there are 4 versions of this poster that were printed for the theatrical release poster, and this, because of those 2 things, I can tell you that it's the 4th. It's the 4th version.
Okay.
So, if they were slightly different, if it was 77/21-01,
right,
it would be a first or second. You know, if the font was a little bit different, this is called the fancy script Star Wars. If it was just a little bit more straight up and down and not swooshing, that would also be an indicator. This is the 4th. This is the 4th version of that poster.
God, it's sexy when you talk posters.
Andy, which one of those 4 posters is the hardest one to find?
The first
question.
The
first one.
Yeah.
Does that represent price as well? Then, if you're buying one.
Yeah, the first one is the most expensive to buy and to get, rarest to get, and then they do, like, just because it's the oldest, right? This, even though Star Wars was still coming out in the theaters, you know, for 5 years around the United States, like, it was still coming out for the first time after Empire Strikes Back had come out, and that there were a few versions of this poster. Now this one, because it's the 4th version, it's also the youngest, the newest of the 4. So I actually don't know if it's any more rare or not than another version, but because it's the youngest, it doesn't command the same price that the others do. But what I like about this version is that it has a different script for that Star Wars in the bottom corner there. Everything else about the poster itself is the same, except for that bottom corner, and that's how you can tell the difference.
Jonathan asks, how many posters will be in each one, Andy?
No, I don't know.
Which version do you have, Andy?
I have a 1982 half sheet version of that, because they stopped making the large theatrical size by 1982 and they switched to a smaller size, and it's still considered an authentic Star Wars movie poster of that kind, the Tom Jung version. But they stopped making that size for that poster theatrically, I think, in around probably 1980, 81.
So Andy, this creasing right here.
Yeah.
How should I handle this?
Well, if you're not going to put it in a poster, or if you're not going to have somebody professionally put it in a poster, I'd say just leave it folded. Folded is how those typically came, so that's not unusual that it is folded. But if you're constantly opening and closing it, that will obviously weaken the creases, and where there's crease intersections, it makes it very weak. So I would, I think I told you this the other night, I'd open it up just to see it and see the quality of it, and then leave it closed until you either had a frame to put it in or had somebody frame it professionally.
Okay. Yeah.
Or if you were going to mail it to me, it's better folded up.
I was gonna make a joke about it. Or the deal struck with Andy.
Yeah, I kind of thought that might be coming again.
Then Gary Moore's message you, don't listen to Andy, send it to me.
Andy's got crazy talk. Look, I whatever his offer is, I'll double it.
From what we can see, it looks in fantastic condition.
Have you ever done this, Dave, or Scubas? Have you ever spent this much money on a poster or wanted a poster? Have you, David? Because I know me and you were big fans of Roger Moore Bond, aren't we?
Yeah, I'd love to get some Roger Moore posters. I did, and also Bruce Lee after Cy and Nick did the Bruce Lee stream. I thought, I'd love to get an Enter the Dragon poster. I looked it up, and there were thousands. But also there were so many variants.
Who did the artwork on them? Do you know, David?
I don't know. I just did a brief search to see what was out there. There were lots of variants of that poster as well. So, but they're all just too much.
Yeah,
but wouldn't mind a few Roger Moore.
You can buy a lot of vintage toys for that money.
I wouldn't know where to start. I wouldn't know where to start with posters. That's why I find it fascinating that Andy knows all about the numbers and everything else. Do you know what I mean? So,
just to have most of us have seen Andy's basement, and to have that kind of wall real estate to properly display them, is just awesome.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Andy's advice. He's the expert on it. I definitely want to, Gary. I definitely want to open it and take photos of it.
Yeah.
And there's a discussion with Anna about if we would like to hang it someplace in the house or sell it.
If we would like to.
Maybe over the bed. I mean,
oh, yeah. Anna's like, it'd look great in the dining room.
Yeah. There's some discussions about that.
Just don't put it in a place where it's got direct sunlight.
Right.
What?
What you talking about,
I can imagine Anna's friends going, and this is where we keep our New Hope poster. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Or he traded it to Andy for DJ services.
Actually, that's not a bad idea either.
You see, Gap, I never knew that at all. I never knew little segments on it. You see, I love posters and I love the artwork, but I'm when it comes to research,
you'll see those at conventions or
Jeff, I have a fantastic idea.
Uh-oh.
No, seriously.
Am I going to like this, or is Anna going to like this?
You're both going to like this. It's win-win. I DJ the wedding for the poster.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
I know she likes it.
She's going to come running in about 5, 4,
That,
3.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you close a deal.
1.
You close a deal.
She could come in and join us anytime.
It really does take a lot of wall space to display a popular size movie. Yeah, you're right, Michael.
And then you don't have to worry about mailing it and it being damaged or lost. You can just literally, here you go, Andy.
Shabby, you should look it up. It's really fascinating. This is why I like. This is why I've always said. I love having people around me that collect different things and know different things, because you learn. So even if you don't collect it yourself, I'm a person that's fascinated by stuff like this. I think one of the lads said it before in the chat. It's fascinating. This, you know what I mean? Because I would never have known. I just think
the whole
numbers and stuff. So
other dimension. I'm always scared because you see those posters for 700, 500, and you're like, I don't even know if that's a good price.
Well, lads on the screen, lads in the chat, we have an answer, Andy, and the answer is yes. Andy, so
Done deal.
we all know who the boss of the Barker household is, so the answer is yes.
Well, look how red Jeff's getting.
Trent and do it.
Have we actually valued this poster yet? I mean,
Yeah,
Andy could be walking away with a.
Andy has, and we've talked a little bit about it.
Okay.
yeah, and he's getting a deal.
The miracle at your daughter's wedding. Yeah, tell you what.
Andy,
Jeff, he was coming for the wedding anyway.
It's only a deal if Emily comes out too.
Mm.
I like it.
Well, I hope you like Justin Timberlake, Jeff.
I'll play what you want.
I do.
I'm bringing sexy back.
Yeah.
Oh, that is brilliant. Let's all the buy Stu a My Little Pony poster to go with the figures that Gary Moore said. Yeah.
Andy, for my daughter, that might have to be a deal.
Oh, that's absolutely. Oh well,
We'll
Andy
talk.
bought my Star Wars poster crack. Yeah.
He says that, Andy, now, but behind the scenes, Jeff's gonna go bastard.
So Andy, here's the thing, right? So Jeff was obviously found this poster, bought it from this guy who's had it 30 plus years.
Yeah,
hiding away. Yeah. So this is a poster, right? That's fresh, if you like, into the market, right? It's because I imagine there's a lot of posters that sort of just circulate around the collectors and they're sort of known, I guess.
Yeah.
So it must be pretty cool to actually find a new poster, like a new original poster that's not really been seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that definitely looks like it just got folded up and put in an envelope and stashed.
Yeah,
that's that, and just in general, and we've talked about this with the some of the cardboard play sets and such. Like those paper items are 40, 47 years old now, or 42 to 47 years old now. Whether they be posters, whether they be, even the magazines and such. But and the play sets that have cardboard in them. My camera's going crazy. But those things were never made to last.
Yeah.
Right. And so the fact that that they still exist in any kind of shape is pretty awesome. Like I almost bought one of those posters and it was completely water damaged. And I almost bought it for $150 just because like it's a survivor.
Right. To save it.
And yeah, and it didn't look great, but you could definitely still see what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So
call it ephemera. It's ethereal. It's stuff that should not be here.
You know me well, Des.
Yeah, so it is absolutely amazing that there are some items out there that have lasted and have been preserved for as well as they have been.
Well, and Dave, this whole collection has kind of struck me that way too. That it's in such great condition. It's literally been in a basement in a bin for all this time, with a family that they're not collectors. They don't really care. The guy kind of knew he knew what he had. We made a good deal. He wasn't looking to get like collector's prices out of it. He's just like, I want it to go to a good home and someone I know is going to appreciate it. My brother had died, in last February. I just kind of want to get rid of it now. He goes, and I know it's to somebody that I work with. I work for a large company. So he goes, I don't see the guy very at all. But he's like, I know it's, I know where it's at. I know it's in a good spot, but it's all this cardboard. But the more I've gotten into this higher end stuff a little bit, to just researching it and looking into it, there's a lot of it still out there. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, they did sell, like in the toys and stuff, hundreds of millions.
Yeah, millions.
It's like, that is crazy.
Yep, he's a smooth operator.
Yeah. I gave the guy many opportunities to, and I told him what I thought the real value of this was.
Yeah.
The collection wasn't. And even when I went to pick it up for the final time, I said, "Now you're sure you're okay with all this and stuff?" And he's like, "Yep, we're good." And many opportunities to change. And because I even offered to broker an eBay sale for him or help him post it and get it written up and everything, and get him the 25,000 or whatever it would be, or send them in to get graded and even go higher with a Hakes auction or something like that.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to hassle with that.
Sometimes I suppose you don't. If you're not interested in it, you just want to. You're not really that bothered, are you? Like, you want it to go to a good home, but you're not. If you're not as sentimental with stuff, you're not that really because
if you're not
going through all this rigmarole and this and that, and you can't be bothered with all that, So
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
yeah,
I've got this parcel right here off the lovely Connor Fuller. So Connor sent me something, and I know he sent you something as well, did he, Scoobs? And I know he sent G4 something. But I thought I'll wait till I come online because, like I said, I like to open this sort of stuff while I'm live. So I'm just gonna open it and see what's in it. But he's packed it really well. It's full of like bin liner with something around it. Do you know what I mean? So I'll get this off and I'll just see what he sent.
It's how the cartels pack.
So thank you, Connor. Cartels pack.
I was going to say that looks like a parcel full of powder. It really does.
You know what the street value of this box is?
Look at it in a minute. Oh, he sent me
Shabby's is rated by the DEA. Hands up! Jesus, it's just toys.
Bloody hell, I should have done this before.
I have to say, my package, I'm glad that he did wrap it like that because it was like we had finally gotten some rain. And so it was, a little damp out and it was sound as a pen.
Wow. Oh, thank you, Connor. This is awesome of you, man. I really appreciate it. I hope there's not a Liverpool bag in like the last time he sent. Do you remember when I did that video, Dave, and I showed that red bag and I didn't realise it had the Liverpool emblem on the
It wouldn't surprise me.
Wow. Oh.
Hey, slow down. What? You know how long it takes Stu to open a box? I mean, you are just like blowing through it.
Well,
love you, pal.
He's made my day. He's so funny. We're talking about vintage posters and we're talking about all this. And Shabby got these. Oh, you. Oh.
I'm leaving now. I'll be over.
Eat one right now, Shabs. Right now. Eat one.
I will.
Yeah, open it up.
When I've opened it, I'll definitely eat one. Matt sent me a picture this morning. Did you see that Aldi's doing Jaffa Cake cherry bakewells?
No, you don't mess with them.
Well, Matt sends me a picture because he knows Shabby's going to go, oh, man, that's awesome. So I got to. Now, as you know, I'm a big fan of the next thing. I don't believe this either. Oh, what?
Gravy granules?
Bisto, proper gravy. So
how do you...
Have you noticed something so far, Shabby? Everything is in red so far.
So it's that like crystals you pour in a pan and add water and heat it up, or what?
Yeah, that's proper gravy. Yeah,
it's gravy tang.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
You must have had it at VTRs.
The astronauts enjoy the cup of gravy.
Yeah. We've got some twirls.
Oh,
nice.
Oh yeah.
David gets this every day. He's like, "Wow, Shabs."
I haven't had a 12 for a while. I love.
He sent me some twirls too.
Hey, Connor, I like food too.
Yes, flake. Now, Shabby, what you got to do with the flake is go to Dairy Queen and get you a vanilla cone. So it's kind of Mr. Whippy, and then jam the flake in it just to feel a little.
Scuba, Pete, you're so British. That's exactly right. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I do.
My wife will be happy.
Curly whirlies.
Oh,
yes,
my missus will be delighted with them. Curly whirlies.
I just see Anna's comment, Shabby.
What's she saying?
Where's the bread?
Oh my God.
The funniest part about the bread and roll people, I was sat next to Anna Long Toys and he just looked at me and he went, she's got the wrong country. And
oh my God, that night.
Like, don't tell her she's on a roll. She's on a roll. Don't tell her. And I got this. Wow. Thank you, Connor, man. Let me just show you what this is. I've never seen this over here, Pete, so I don't know.
Allow me to whip this out.
So, Pete, you got the same box?
I also got a care package from
Nice.
Mr. Connor with some flake and
So what is
swirls.
flake? What is flake?
Oh, it's chocolate.
Okay.
It's proof
It's a
that God
very
loves us,
crumbly
really,
chocolate,
Jeff.
Jeff.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh,
Nice.
So
weird.
that's the translucent, the one with the tail, the turtle's crossover with Merman. And I never saw it over here, never saw it. Because I know I'd never seen it, because Andy usually sends me pictures of everything in our target.
the
And I
magic
never saw
target.
this.
You got the magic target. Yep.
So the lovely Connor messaged me and goes, Shabby, it's over here. I'll get it for you. So wow.
That's cool.
Guys, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate. Thanks for everything. Mr. Kipley's cherry bakewells, gravy, curly whirlies, and that. So thank you, Connor. I really, really appreciate you, buddy. That's good lad. Right.
Dave,
Anybody
what's the overall opinion versus gravy made from the skin and sweat of an animal versus powdered gravy?
That's the best gravy in the world.
Yeah,
Best gravy in the world.
I don't think you're going to spot the difference, to be honest. And I think
Really.
yeah. Well, if you did like a nice Sunday roast, then yeah, you can actually, what you would do is you probably mix in a bit of the the juice from the bird into your bisto as well, just give it a kick.
Exactly
Gotcha.
right.
Keep
Now
it up.
Dave, exactly right.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Well,
Did anybody?
Thanksgiving's coming up.
Right.
And we always make our gravy from the turkey, not from a powder. So
those powders are very, very good, but you can just boost them. Like I say, you can just boost it a little bit with some of the bird juice.
Nice.
I
That
got
sounds good. I'm getting hungry. It's noon here.
I know. I'm like,
I'm sorry. I haven't had one of these since last Christmas.
do it.
So
Do it.
I
Make
think
yourself-
Jeff was asking what is a flake, and so Jeff, it's Cadbury's chocolate for a start, so it's the good chocolate, but it's kind of
Crumbles.
the construction of it is very thin slices of chocolate. So when you bite into it, it crumbles everywhere, and it's awesome. It's lovely.
But you couple that with vanilla soft serve. Oh,
I have a feeling my wife's online right now trying to order some. She loves it.
look at the jam in there. Look at the jam.
Oh, he's already tucked in.
You talk amongst yourselves. I'm all right now.
we can order on Amazon over here, but they are stupid expensive. It's like $35 for that box that Shabby just got from Amazon.
Daft. I remember Branston Pickle. I was thinking of Branston Pickle one night. I don't know why I was thinking about it.
Sounds great.
And so I looked on Amazon for Branston Pickle, and for a small jar, Dave, it was $18. $18.
Wow.
I spoke to my mum, and within days I got one sent. My mum was probably like, "He's not spending 18. I'll get him."
I talked to a guy earlier this week about mustards, and so I was like, "Have you ever had Coleman's mustard from England?" And he was like, "No." And I'm like, "If you like mustard," I was like, "grab you a jar," because like the Kroger and all that, like they actually stock it now. So he was like, "Oh, I'll do it."
And they're stocking the glass ones as well, because Walmart did the squeezy ones, but we went to Food and they're doing the glass Coleman's, and I was like, "Oh, that's absolutely." But I'm surprised. Americans love the condiments. That Coleman's wasn't over here recently. I'm surprised by that. So, but anyway, cherry bakewells. I'll be there in 45. They'll be done in 45.
There won't be any left. G-Force.
What's the bread of your people, Sabs? Absolutely brilliant. Has anybody else got anything? Scuba, have you got anything you'd like to say?
Yes, we can stay on the Connor gift box, because I did bring some of that down from the kitsch. So from my Connor box, he sent me Palatoy's SAS MMS version.
That is so cool.
Isn't that? Oh, it's so good. And the camo on the missiles.
The Action Force branding and the stickering is so much better than the G.I. Joe stuff.
Yep. Light years ahead. And that, there's something about that yellow and black that's just cool as shit. So that was from Connor. And also he sent me.
But we take their shows and make them better.
There you go.
He sent me Action Force annual. Wow. Yeah. So, we did that stream, and he was He was listening. He was watching.
Wow. Look at that artwork.
Yeah. Love my Flint.
Cool.
So thank you, Connor. And since Andy's on the stream, I purchased a few things from him a while back. And there you have a 45 record.
Oh, wow.
A Captive City.
Wow.
And there's the albums in there. But
is this like a story?
Yeah, storybook that you can read along while it plays. But yeah.
Have you listened to it yet?
Not yet. I need to put it on the player.
It's kind of weird.
Is it? Cool. I love weird. Also from Andy in other media, I got this way cool Snake Eyes DVD pack.
Yeah,
So you got the figure in there and the DVD.
Jonathan,
just way cool with the Revenge of Cobra.
Exactly right, Anna.
And then
that's real love, Anna. Real love.
You knew I got my Eagle 1 Space 1999 ship.
Yep.
And on eBay, I found this guy that does little inserts. And I'm going to plug those in to kind of like flesh out the interior of the ship. So those go in the bulkheads, you know.
So they're not reproductions of what was already in there. They were never in there.
No, there was nothing. So a couple people online have made neat little bulkheads like this to go in there. So Leslie expertly cut those out for me. And then from Matt Swafford, I got
Reclaimers
Vintage Toys. He's on Instagram.
Yep.
But I've got, this is like the bad guys for Sergeant Rock. You know, they had to drive something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the missile fires off. And then wait till you see that this is probably my favorite one of these. A little anti-aircraft gun.
Oh, like a Bofors gun or something.
Ooh. Wait, watch.
Oh, no, that's cool. Yeah.
Oh, get in and out. That's cool.
Nice.
And last but not least, got this from a local toy fair. But I got from Sergeant Slaughter's Marauders.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's hard to find.
Good price. It's got all the mud flaps.
It's complete.
The only this one side, just the clip is broken, but the tow rope is there, which is
there.
Super hard to find.
Yeah.
But just and the antenna.
You're saying Haley's room is filling up fast.
Oh, so fast. So fast. Yep. It's out of control.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Wow. That's unbelievable. Wow. Awesome. Let me just move our David up here. Let's see what BTR's got recently.
Oh, I didn't know. Hang on. Let me see.
David, a tree behind you there going on there?
I think there's a little tree, just a small tree.
Is it a Christmas tree, David?
It is. It is. Getting ready for Stu's and Georgie's stream later.
Andy's like, I'm out of here.
Rookie mistake. Scuba left the price tag on.
No, Kieran. The price tag that's on it is much, much higher than what I paid.
Oh,
let's see. So a couple little things, but yeah, random things that are just close by, I guess. Let me just get this out here. These are quite cool.
Mud flaps, right, Emma? Very important that those were there.
So Camilla picked these up for ET collection. I've not seen these before, actually, but these are ET
attachments for the fingers.
Transfers. Look, as you can see those.
Oh, I remember them.
Oh, that's cool.
What the hell?
And they come in these little fold-over cards, which are pretty cool, aren't they?
Wow, that is how rare's end teeth to find them.
I have never seen them before. There's a little collectible shop in our local town centre. You know, the town centre's full of clothes shops and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But this guy has been there for years, and I just thought, I'd have a look in there because I've not been into the centre for a while. And he had a couple little things, and then he's got another one as well.
Well done, Camilla.
Emma thinks mud flaps is really funny. Brilliant.
There we go.
That is so flippin' cool.
Again, the paper stuff, man. It's It's where
Yeah.
a lot of
Cardboard and paper, baby.
Yeah.
We're all
No,
moving.
this one's not quite in mint condition, but it is an ET sticker album.
What?
Remember that
But-
too?
So yeah, and it's got all the stickers in there, I think, as well. So yeah, it's another thing that Camilla picked up.
Neat.
Pretty cool.
Oh, what the France, man?
You married up.
And then let's see. So you saw this one, right? I picked this one up at it's all gone a bit blurred. Let's see.
Yeah, there you go.
Try and unblur this.
wow, look at that.
Where's this gone blurred? How do I?
Oh, it's got the wrapper around it. It's trying to focus on.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, that's the
there you go.
funk one, which I picked up from Echo Bass.
Galactic Funk.
Galactic Funk, yeah. And then I picked up a couple of other albums as well. So I've now got Don't Panic, Hitchhikers.
Oh yeah.
Album.
Okay.
And that was the first one. This one's actually signed by Douglas Adams as well. I didn't realize that when I opened it up. It's actually got his signature inside.
So is that the radio play? What is that?
Yeah, it is the radio play. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And then this is part 2, Restaurant at the End of the Universe. The Duck.
Cool.
Does anyone remember this classic 80s film?
Oh heck yeah.
Iron Eagle, yeah.
Iron Eagle. Yeah.
You play that record and we'll catch up a few minutes.
Well, now was that like a Tom Cruise? I mean, a Top Gun movie?
It was
Yes.
a poor man's
Yeah.
version of it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's probably some tracks on there that Andy would play at the wedding. I'm pretty sure.
Give me some lovin'.
Brilliant.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
there was a couple of hits off there, and the playing sequences were really well done in it.
Exactly. Picked up a Black Hole.
No,
Oh, dude.
Cool.
nice.
Yeah, that was a nice one to find.
Or you can display that behind like your figures.
Well, mate, yeah. If I've got any space, yeah. And then I picked up a John Barry album that I hadn't seen before, which has got a few James Bond pieces on there, plus some other things as well. Which the Ipcress File. There's a few, there's a few themes on there which I hadn't come across. And then, remember Andy showed on one of his live streams recently the Dr. No album, and it was the cover. Well, I have now the record to go with the cover, so they are going to be reunited, the Dr. No album and the cover. So yeah,
that is why we do this, Dave.
Right?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
You know where it belongs. And
It's going to be
together.
reunited. I did actually, you know what? I picked up a couple of things from Adam Berry's Toy Fair. Do you mind if I just spend a couple of seconds grabbing them?
How was Adam Berry's Toy Fair to you, Dave? Because I've not spoke to you about it. Was it good?
Yep, very good. In fact, let me just grab a couple of things here.
it was packed.
I'm going to out without breaking everything.
What's up, Gordo?
Yeah, good old Papa G's here.
Yeah, Adam's Toy Fair is awesome.
Oh, brilliant!
Is it true? Next time he's going to have it in London, where they held Celebration.
It wouldn't surprise me. And then probably Tom Cruise will be a special guest star as well.
Oh, brilliant.
So Adam's Toy Fair, it was awesome. It's it's in this fire station down in Southend-on-Sea, or around the area. I don't live around there, so but I took the trip down. Great variety of sellers. Met obviously Stu and Co down there. I missed Martin. He must have just gone in early. But yeah, great selection of sellers. It was packed, amazingly packed. So they did a great job advertising all that. And I had a look around. I picked up some Battle Beasts, but then I also picked up this guy.
Hello,
The
helicopter pilot. Oh,
why is it?
You're good.
Oh, we can see it, Dave. It's fine.
You can see it there. Yeah.
There you go.
So I picked up this guy, helicopter pilot, Series 1 Action Force. It's very annoying that it's not.
Make it even with your face. It was focusing on your face.
Yeah, I don't know why is it doing that.
Put it in front of your face.
yep.
Yeah.
Now it's
Yeah,
completely
that
in
works.
focus.
Kind of,
No,
yeah,
not
kind
even
of.
lying.
There you go.
But yeah,
Oh.
so this helicopter pilot series 1. Now, the reason I picked this up, apart from the fact I don't have this card, is there is an accessory in there, which is the machete, a brown machete, and you cannot find those ever. Ever. I got this for like £35.
What?
Yes.
Careful,
Yes.
the police are going to be at your house.
That machete on its own is worth more than that.
Yep. That's 50
And then the other guy I picked up was the, oh God, this is so annoying. It's not focusing. Is the Australian jungle fighter, also with his machete. So for years, I've been trying to find those damn machetes. And then on one day at Adam's Fair, I picked up 2 of them. Yeah. And then finally, Scuba, one for you, which is going to be sent over. Is the
I love it.
What in the hell is that?
It's just a bendy diver.
Bendy diver from, I think it's from the 60s, Pete. I did
it's very Matt Mason construction.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's going over to you.
Coxie
Proudly
says
on the scuba shelf.
Kev says, Dave, show the Philippine bootlegs.
Oh, I don't know if I got any of those around me. Oh, I've got one.
Hey, cycling.
This is if you know the Battle Beasts, the small little figures.
Yeah, I loved them as a kid. Yep.
Oh god, it's so annoying. It's not focusing.
No, just put it on your forehead. No.
That works, Dave. That works.
Is that working?
Yep.
Yeah. So this is a Philippine bootleg of one of those Battle Beasts.
That's cool because they didn't
So
do a
yeah,
gator,
all single
right?
color. Yeah. So I'm gonna send it off to Andy's Toys and Models, basically.
Nice.
He loves all that stuff. Yeah.
Kieran says your camera can only focus on one beautiful thing at a time, David. There you go.
Oh, that's very kind of him.
Well, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. Brilliant.
Right? Yeah,
stuff.
it's tough to find.
Hey,
Kev.
Steve. Walked in at the right point. Look at those. Getting Steve. Yeah, he's got some awesome stuff, hasn't he?
George Aiken's helping me with my heli pilot.
Nice.
Look at that bendy diver you've been down too long in the plastic.
Dave, is this a Battle Beast?
Hang on.
Yes, that is a Battle Beast. Don't ask me which one it is, but it is a Battle Beast. Yep.
Oh yeah.
I've had this on a shelf in a closet for years, and I've never known what it was.
Awesome.
They had a little heat changing sticker like the Transformers on his chest, that little square.
Nice.
I didn't know anything about them. I don't even know what those are.
I don't think he has.
No, he doesn't. It's come off.
Yeah. While we're at it,
yeah.
What are these?
Oh.
No idea.
No idea.
I've never seen that construction.
The knees bend, but the arms don't. It looks like
I have no idea what they are.
Yeah, never seen those.
Yeah.
Someone will probably know.
Don't know what the emblem is on their chest.
Captain Kirk and Captain Kirk. Hey,
your triangle.
Yeah.
But the orange guy has it on the other side. Oh, wait, no, he's got one too.
You should take a close-up photo of it and try a reverse Google image search.
Why don't you take a picture of it and do a reverse search?
Because I don't care.
Adam says the pricing nowadays, Battle Beasts.
Yeah, right, Adam. They've definitely went up in price.
Did you see that, Dave? Congratulations on their heli pilot and loose complete action force. I know how long you've been hunting for those machetes.
Yeah.
£85 was a steal.
That is crazy.
Two in one day at Adam's Toy Fair. Unbelievable.
So, yeah, I would have fallen over. You're just like, what? What are the odds?
Des T says, Mac Men? Are they Mac? I've never heard of Mac Men.
I'm going to look. Now I got to find that.
I have no idea. The lovely Emma asked a question as well. She said she bought 50, I think it's Rupert the Bear, annuals for £40 in 76 onwards. All good quality. What can I actually know nothing about Rupert the Bear annuals. Does anybody else?
Des is right. Those are Mac Men. MAC Men.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have no idea what they are either.
Yeah.
No.
What
mobile action command figures. Mobile action command figures.
Huh. Wow. Anything else you'd like to show?
Was there a play set?
Yeah, if anybody needs them, let me know. Yeah, I got something I can show.
Yeah, you do.
I I recently finished a little collector run of
I bet the collection
of the special offers that were on the vintage Star Wars badges. You know, like
Oh yeah.
and
The badges.
yeah. So like, let me give you an example here.
Actually, the Macmen are Matchbox, and there's a place that goes with them. They actually look pretty damn cool. Anyways, go ahead, Andy. Go ahead.
So like on the card fronts, you get these special offers, right? This one is this is a secret Star Wars action figure special offer, and then on the back, you know, they'd say get a free secret Star Wars action figure if you send in, you know, blah blah blah. And I think there were 9 total different ones that they would do. And I finally got them with their paperwork and their mailer boxes.
Yeah.
So this was the last one that I needed to get. This was the Forlom, and it took me a long time to get, surprisingly. You can find the baggied figures on eBay. You can get those with some regularity. It's the boxes that don't show up as often because, again, they're paper, you know, and they were mostly thrown away.
Did they all come in the same booklet, or did the booklets vary?
The booklets vary because they didn't all come out with the same movie.
Okay.
So,
I've said that to you before, though, because I remember Neon Norman, I remember Anakin Skywalker, but I don't. David, do you remember other ones in England that were mail-aways? Because I remember those two because I remember the Emperor as well. I do remember that, so 3, but I don't remember Lord.
I only remember the main mail-aways.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So you can look up in either the Red 5 book or the Red 5 card book, the card front and back book, the mini one. But here was the offer. That's what it looked like.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely remember that one.
So, yeah, and then the back promotion.
I've got breaking news.
Andy, we did a bit of an exchange, didn't we, on those boxes?
Yes,
did the box that I sent you, did that match up with one of the figures that you needed?
We swapped baggies.
The baggies. That's right. We swapped baggies. Yes.
Yeah, because you had gotten the Raiders of the Lost Ark figures, and they came in Kenner baggies as well.
That's right. Yep.
And what we had done is we sent some Star Wars baggies with some of them have the same labeling and stuff, but with the figures that we had, we kind of got them switched up a little bit. But yeah, we got it all sorted out, and now it's good.
I never knew Dengar was one. John was saying here, Dengar was a mail away, was he? Never knew that.
Well, okay, so you could mail away for basically any of the figures. They came in like different 3-packs or 4-packs or 5-packs, 6-packs, 8-packs. You could mail away for these things. These specifically were the special offers on the card fronts. So like in a JCPenney's catalog, depending on the year, and again, the Red 5 resource book,
hey, Jeff,
will kind of lay this all out. You could mail away for a 3-pack that had Vader, a Stormtrooper, and a Death Squad trooper, right, from JCPenney's, or another 2-pack from another department store. You could get these mail away, but these are the card front and back special offers that were on the Kenner Star Wars cards. Here's another one. This is the Emperor. This one is a fairly common one to get, and the thing is that they came in regular plain boxes, and they came in boxes that have the mailer information on it. Like they just mailed this box. And so the ones that have, it's not, you can't really see this very well, and I apologize, but there's a number code on all the special offer boxes that will tell you what figure that they go with. And this is something that I've learned in the last year. the numbers, you want to get a box that matches the figure, obviously, right? If you can, but that's a little harder to do than just getting a white plain mailer box, which are also very common, because there's a lot of new old stock of emperors, Anakins, and Akbars.
We joke that $40 in the Cincinnati area will get you a boxed mail away emperor all day long. Like every shop has at least one, if not multiples.
Yeah. And so this is the Anakin one.
That is cool.
Unbelievable. They look so good. So Chocolate Chip saying here the Dengar was only a Palatoy mail away figure. Right. Okay. Cheers, Mark.
By the way, this is the advert for the Palatoy Dengar mail.
That's awesome.
Wow.
So good.
Wow.
So,
Fucking guppy. My wife just said to me, "You think you've got it all? You ain't got shit." Oh, brilliant, Emma. Brilliant.
I will say this, especially with some Brits watching. This doesn't really go with anything in my collection. Like, I don't have a Dengar mail away. If anybody needs this or wants this, let me know. I'll send it to you. No problem.
Chocolate Chip says in the UK we had Fett, Dengar, Forlom, Admiral Akbar, Nien Num, the Rancor Keeper, right? Emperor and Anakin as all mail aways. Well, that's wow. Wow, that's fascinating to me. Hey, Boba.
Hey, Boba.
That's amazing. So, Andy, so you were saying that you could also buy packs of figures from your department stores, right, in the States as well. So you go to Macy's or whatever and buy.
Yeah. So
packs.
If you look in your Red 5 design book, in the section where they did all of the catalogs, you can see what you could mail, order. They would do 3 packs, or they would do 2 packs, and every year they had like a little list of figures that you could order
for Christmas
store. Yeah. So here's a
amazing.
Numb with the paperwork that was appropriate, and
so all that paperwork came in that small box as well.
Yeah, it just rolled up into it.
Yeah.
So it's being a little funny about focusing, but yeah.
Wow.
So there's the Nien Num.
That's on the hard desk. That's on the hard desk, Kieran.
Empty crisp packets.
Ricardo says, I have some mail away figures I bought from a cousin years ago. I have 4 complete Cantina band members and a Han Solo Stormtrooper and a few others. They're in the original mailer boxes. Nice.
That's cool, Ricardo.
Yeah, that is cool. That's a good set.
So this is the Akbar. And then I also put into it
Rick's
a left coast button.
Yeah.
But
cool. Yeah.
But yeah, what's cool is like the Admiral Akbar, the white slip of paper here gives a little description about it, about him, and the Nien Num figure as well has them. Not all of them came with like a little slip that described the figure, but here's another one. It's kind of cool. This is the survival kit.
Oh, neat.
I love those.
Yeah, and so the survival kit came with like a list of. Hey, awesome!
Halloween costume.
Good to see that being used.
Oh, brilliant!
Oh God!
Careful, Dave. Camilla's going to smear some curry sauce on you.
Calamari tonight.
I remember that Obi-Wan from the Power of the Force, and they also did Obi-Wan, and they did Anakin, didn't they? Again.
Yeah.
Wow! Look at that Bosk.
So this one, the price has gone up a fair amount in the last couple of years. The box, as Gary and I were kind of going through this process, we found out the box is very desirable. People will pay a lot of money for those boxes, and we got 2 of them in our collection that we got. So we each kept one.
Were the boxes labeled who they were? Or the boxes have who they were on them, or were they generic boxes?
No. So let's see if I can do this here.
There you go.
There's a number.
Oh, it's the number. Okay, like a stock number.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
3-.
It's it's this one right here.
Okay. So that's what you look for, and you just gotta know the codes and stuff for them.
Yeah. And I tip my cap to the Facebook group Baggy-tastic with Frank Muse. He runs an awesome all things baggies, Star Wars mail away baggy Facebook group that he knows. He's forgotten more than I will ever know. So
that's a whole different world, isn't it?
Yeah.
Carol's asking, are those acrylic cases sturdy?
Ian's displays, baby.
Yep, they are. I have mine.
Great prices.
They're great prices.
Yeah, if I can do a little promo for Ian's displays, man. IAINS. Ian's displays. If I need a case for something, that's where I go. Whether it's and he has cases for everything.
All of these here are Ian's display cases.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to get graded, go with these.
And that's true for boxed items. He's got them for everything, and they have a little slider.
Yeah.
That locks in, and they're great.
Yeah. Dave.
Committing to the bit. Commit.
And then the last one, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, the last of the.
What?
Oh, you're killing me.
Oh, look at that.
And the Star Wars card too.
Yeah, so this was the
note.
Yeah. You're not getting a firing note.
So Emma, pick one for Keith's birthday, and Andy will send it to you.
That's funny. You ain't got shit.
You ain't got.
So, Ian's displays, they've got cases for all of these. You notice that they were different sizes.
Yeah.
And that's because not every mailer came with the same, inserts or paperwork. So they're different.
He's done his research on them to know.
An empty KP Outer Spaces crisp bag sold this afternoon for £500 on one of those spaces.
No.
Andy, they're amazing, man. They are absolutely amazing.
Yeah, that's.
Really. Is that Dave? I thought it was Stu. All right, well, we're done. So what we learned today, we've all got nice things. We've all got vintage stuff, modern stuff. We all got some Bakewell tarts. We've learned about Paul Bunyan.
Mm-hmm.
We've learned about what was he called? Daniel Boone. Great
gravy
Stu.
crystals. You've been so well rounded.
Yeah. You see, you come to Shabby's and it's all this. You learn so much. You know what I mean? You've all gone away wiser people. Look at it that way. But brilliant. Has anyone got anything you want to share before we shoot off? Okay, great.
I think I overshared today. My family's overshared the last 2 days anyway, so we're good.
Well, no. You say the last 2 days, but me and Scuba and DTM and G-Force were there this summer. And we could do a panel just on what we know about you, Jeff. You know what I mean?
My wife's not allowed to drink around you anymore.
Oh, I'd only pay 500 if the crisps was inside. 500 quid for that. What is it? Ian's display stands are awesome. I use them for all my Hasbro figures, says Jono. So is it an international thing, Ian displays? Is it?
Yep.
Is it? What?
Yeah, depending on where you live, you can.
Where's it based, though, Scoobs? Over here or over there?
He's coupled with GW Acrylic, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you're on the Europe UK side, he's got you covered. But then he imports also over here to the U.S. and Canada.
Yeah, because he ships to the U.S. from a U.S. base.
I'm suffering 3rd-degree man flu, says Connor. Connor. Well, get well soon, buddy.
Feel
And thank
better.
you again, Rob, from me and Scoobs. Thanks for those parcels,
Yeah,
mate.
thank
That
you.
was absolutely brilliant.
So cool.
Fantastic stream. Yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna get off. But thanks for spending it. Thank you, and thanks BTR for coming in. I always love talking to you, pal. So it's always nice to see you.
Yeah, and Dave, see you at Joe Fest.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Actually, let's
and just remember, it's Stu and Georgie's countdown to Christmas next.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
In 4 minutes.
You're on that, aren't you, Dave?
Thanksgiving.
I am on. Yes. So, yeah.
Well, brilliant. So, Dave, before we go, we'll end on this. So, Dave, Joe Fest, what do you think?
I'd love to go. I want to go. So we'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens.
We'll end it on that. We'll see what happens. All right, everyone. Thanks for a lovely Sunday. We'll see you soon.
Good to see everybody.